What's up, guys? Back with another video. This time it is the Tour de Grandview 2017 Cat 4-5 race. As you can see, I failed to improve my starting position from last time, so it didn't start off very well. They're just saying that the group is so big that they will pull riders if they're going to get lapped. People talking about the first corner. Don't crash in it. Sorry, I didn't cut this down. And we're off. And it kind of looks like I'm clipped in, but then I'm going really slow because actually I wasn't quite clipped in. Now I'm clipped in. And so because I failed to get good positioning at the start again, I'm going to end up in this game of slowing down and speeding up for a pretty long time. In the end, not much happened in this race. There were a couple attempts of people breaking off the front, but they were back within a lap. So right now I'm just trying to make up some of those positions that I lost by having a bad start position. This kid to the left in the white and blue, the S-Works, I think he tried to break off the front once. To make up for having such a bad starting position, I tried to make sure that when I was making up spots, I was behind someone else's wheel. That wasn't always possible, but sometimes I was able to make that happen. This is turn 2 that we're going into now, and there were a few crashes there. Right into the fence. The fence feet stick out into the road, so it reduces how wide you can turn. And a couple people hit those feet and flew right into the fence. These first few laps we took, basically the whole thing was pretty fast, the first few laps. And then later in the race you'll see that on the back straight it's a little bit more calm. not doing a very good job this time, staying behind someone. For a lot of the race, it seemed like Team Audi was sitting at the front. I was pretty sure that they were going to try to do something at some point, like, I don't know, really blow apart the field. There was a rider, that was an Ohio State rider, I think. I talked to him after, and he said that he hit the feet and his front wheel jumped up, and that just resulted in him flying into the fence. But I was saying, I thought Audi would just kind of blow up the field at some point, but they just kind of sat at the front and did all the work. Which, you know, they're really fast, so one of the riders still won. There's Yasser. You can kind of hear Yasser just saying, "Keep going, Mitch, get to the front." And that was the last I saw of Yasser. It was a fateful moment in history. But it got kind of stretched out here now. And so now I'm kind of nervous that I'm not going to be part of this group. So I'm really trying to stay on the tail of these guys and move up back to that group. Everybody goes slow into the stern, so not everybody goes slow into it, but by the time you get towards the back of the group, people have to brake, so you kind of catch up there, and then I didn't really have to brake as much through the turn as people who were really in the group there, so tiny advantage somehow. But still, we're not quite on the main pack, so gotta keep putting in effort. And I'm back on, thankfully. I was pretty nervous. So I tried to put my bike where it didn't belong, as someone said. I don't remember who said that. But I tried to put my bike where it didn't belong, and got chopped out of that corner. So I imagine at this point of the race, this is when the field got kind of chopped in half. I know that it ended up there were sort of two groups. I remember one of my friends was talking one time. It's like, I don't know why people who are towards the back put in so much effort into sprinting between corners because, you know, there's this acceleration, deceleration, because you just end up having to slow back down again when you get to the corner. And so I'm trying to think of that, like, it may seem like you're getting dropped off the back, but you can put in a little bit less effort and just coast through the corners a little bit more if you don't try to sprint right back on immediately. Still pretty far towards the back here. I don't exactly remember when I started to move up a little bit more. I think it was at some point I realized that Audi was at the front, and that made me worried that they were going to break off at some point. So I think when I started realizing that, I decided to move up a little bit more. I'm not sure when that was, though. Preparing that gear shift for acceleration out of this corner. The front straight is quite bumpy. If you're not in the perfect spot, it's pretty rough. You can hear my bike clicking away. I've got a ride called the Diabolical Double next weekend, which is completely irrelevant if you're not watching this like within a few days of the Tour de Grandview 2017. But yeah, next weekend. And I think after that I'm going to try to do like a full tune-up because my bike is just not sounding good. It's these, at least I imagine it's these BB30 bottom brackets. They're just annoying. So I think right now there's, yeah, okay, so right now there's like someone off the front. But I don't think it's an Audi guy. And Team Audi didn't do anything to respond, so I figured there was nothing to worry about. Oh, maybe it is just the Audi guy, actually. So I'm definitely further towards the front than I was a couple laps ago. I don't think I really get much closer, though. I think the rest of the race is pretty stagnant. You can see, like, okay, so that guy that I was talking about earlier in the blue and white, the S-Works, he just moved up to the front, and now I think he's going to try to break away because we're starting to go a lot slower on the back straight. So he took that as an opportunity to try to break off the front. And after we caught him back, I was actually riding right next to him, and he said, man, I'm hating this surging. It's really hard. I was like, yeah, yeah, that's how it's going, it seems. Because Team Audi's up there, and they can just do whatever they want. Which, I'm nowhere near really as fast as some of these guys, so I was plenty fine with the slow back straight. But he was saying that because he thought that was a good time to break away because we're going slow. He thought he had enough. Well, I think he thought he had enough, speed to get off the front. Here I'm trying to make up a few spots. A couple of those guys couldn't quite hold these wheels up here, so gotta shoot the gap. And we're back on, and I'm sure the group behind us will be back on once we get to the corner. But I'm happy to have gotten a few more positions there. Oh, yeah, I could have done a better job with that turn. Lost some momentum there. Lost a spot. At some point, it might have been earlier, I just heard someone go flying into the fence behind me. It was not a good sound. I don't remember that really being an issue last year. Like, I don't think they actually had a fence at that corner last year. And I don't remember people complaining about, like, people walking onto the course or anything, so I don't know why they decided to put the fence there. It ended up being a slight problem for some people. So I'm moving back because I didn't have anybody to draft off of, so I'm just going to draft off this guy. Honestly, I'm having trouble remembering specific aspects of this race about, like, what's actually going on because it was all kind of similar. I do remember at this point that this was the slowest we ever went down this straight, and I was like, some people will take this as an opportunity to, like, move up and go sit on the front, and I think that's what Audi was trying to do. I think they were trying to get people to get in front of them so that their lead riders could finally rest. But because I thought that, I decided not to move up because I didn't want to waste my energy. I don't know if that's true, but it's what I thought. Looks like the guy next to me has a GoPro also. Like to see his video. So this is the guy that tried to break off earlier. I think we maybe had our little conversation here. Yeah. So he's having a drink. People are having drinks. The back straight really is a lot slower than the first few laps of the race. Well, I think it is. Once again, I'm not looking at the speed data or anything, but it felt a lot slower. It could just be because I had to do less speeding up and slowing down. It felt slower. That could be it. Man, look, it's headwind from last race. I talked to him before the race. He was pretty happy with my last video.
Well, you got Audi in front, they're playing games.
Oh, here I am, talking to this guy. Yeah, so we're getting towards the end of the race here. So I decided to move up some more spots to prepare for the last lap. Which I didn't actually know when the last lap was. I didn't see like a lap counter or anything. I forgot to look for that before the race, and then I didn't see it during the race. And I just faintly heard him shout out, last lap, when it was the last lap. And then I asked someone, I was like, is this the last lap? He's like, yep. I'm like, okay, here we go. But I don't think we're there yet. That guy took the guy who just went by on the right, took the opportunity to move up several times. And by opportunity, I mean he put in a lot of effort to move up several times. So there was me asking if it was the last lap, and it was. So everybody's gunning it now. I managed to get a few spots there. I think I was in a pretty lucky position. And then sprinting up the back straight. So right now, I'm asking myself, should I go? Should I go? Should I go? And then I decide, no, I shouldn't. Should I have? I don't know. No idea. This guy decides he should go. I don't know. I don't know where he finished, but I think ahead of me for sure. This guy in the purple Cannondale on my right there ends up finishing just in front of me. I don't know what I'm thinking, okay? I sit down, like I'm not even going like 100% effort there for a few seconds. All right, and that's the end. I don't know what I'm thinking, like I'm just so happy that it's over. I'm like not even caring about having the fastest finish that I possibly can, you know, giving it everything in the finish. That was pretty lame by me. I ended up finishing 11th. This other Ohio State guy, well, I'm not on Ohio State, but this Ohio State guy finished a few spots ahead of me. And that's it. Thanks for watching.